Hello beautiful people and welcome to another video here on the map Trap domination match with me driving the tier 8 Soviet battleship, the premium battleship Lenin. This is a ship I have had for a long time. I've had this is probably my second tier 8 premium battleship, I think. Because I bought the Tirpitz and then I got this in like a Santa's container. And I've been pretty happy with it. But how does it hold up in 2025? Because this has been in the game for quite a while, I believe. Personally, I've always find it completely decent. It's got, to my knowledge, and as I always state in my videos, I might get these characteristics wrong, but I'm basing this on my personal experience. Comparatively, for a Soviet battleship, it has pretty good dispersion. At least it feels like that. You can see the layout of the ship is kind of weird. It's a really long, big ship with like no armor at the rear, as it's like a docking kind of ship thingy. But it's got 3 turrets at the front with 406mm guns, I believe, so these really do pack a punch. And of course it's got that great frontal USSR armor. So it's a pretty interesting ship. Definitely, you really need to stay face first in this. Its speed is completely fine. Nothing to write home about, but fine, I guess. It's got that Soviet fast repair. Decent AA, if that accounts for anything. I don't really know. I find this ship completely decent, really. If I were to compare it to the Vladivostok, the Tech Tier one, I'd probably pick the Lenin. But then again, the Vladivostok isn't necessarily bad either. The horizontal dispersion of this is really good, at least. I believe. So here we are, we're top tier, luckily. I was playing this for a naval battle actually, so I was trying to reach at least 80,000 damage. And now we get to see some of that AA, which is pretty decent. It's probably nothing to write home about, but pretty okay. I push towards the frontier and oh, hello! What are you doing? Why, you wanna, well, all I'm gonna say is Привет! Yeah! Oh, imagine if I had gotten 2,500 more damage, it would have been a dev strike. But still, I take 21,000 at the start of the match. I'm very happy with that. I have no idea what that guy was doing. He decides to smoke, though. There's an Italian battleship also trolling about, broadside on, so obviously I'm going to aim at him next. What's dangerous about this is that there's an enemy destroyer platoon. Oh, and look at this. I got this weird gun bug there, so he just got unspotted, so I completely missed all my shots there. But yeah, the Set 23 and is it the Kagire? I don't remember exactly. It's a pretty dangerous destroyer platoon though, which really start wrecking some havoc. Enemy Bayern there as well. Poor thing. I gotta say, as I said earlier, this is really favorable matchmaking for the Lenin. If you're bottom tier in the Lenin, it's kinda to be honest, but I think really that comes down to power creep. At least it feels that way. The top tier is great. I mean, look at that dispersion. I've seen definitely better dispersion, but for a Soviet battleship, even with no citadels, that's like 11,000 damage, almost 12,000 damage. That's excellent. There's a Set 23. I point them out to the team. I hope some will take shots at him. Sadly, it disappears before I get the chance to shoot at him. But the Bayern is still moving slowly but surely. So we take our aim at him. Maybe he disappeared, but we might get him. We got support from the Kansas in the rear. Oh, and here come some torpedoes. When I started this game, when I took note of the enemy ships, oh, hello. Ah, there goes the kid. That's actually really unfortunate, because we have no destroyer here now. And we're pretty much all on our own. Our carrier is also focusing on the other side. But we'll just sit at this corner. I play fairly passively this first game, albeit I am in front of all the other ships. I decide to not rush out against those enemy destroyers, because if they use team play really well, they will absolutely destroy me. They got great guns, they have decent torpedoes, and I mean a battleship against 2 destroyers. Yeah, I know who I would pick. But the thing about this ship, if you need to, you can absolutely push in it because of that great frontal armor. Another thing about this, the turret rotation on this ship is really, really good. And they also, I believe the middle turret rotates 360 degrees, unless they all do. And it doesn't really feel like you need to show too much of your broadside when to fire all of the 3 guns. I mean, you sometimes do, but it doesn't really feel that bad. Another broadside cruiser, hello. Oh, that's looking fairly decent. Yep, 14,000 damage, man. 406mm guns. It's just perfect. It's just perfect. I guess that's why the Iowa is so good as well, right? And the North Carolina. Just 406 seems like the perfect caliber guns. This Devonshire is really pushing hard for our submarine, looks like. But I mean, I just have to fire him, right? A lightly armored cruiser like that. I get a bit caught up with him though. And torps are being bound from those enemy destroyers, and they hit me pretty hard and give me flooding. Luckily, I have my fast repair. It may not look like it, but at this point in the game, I'm scared to death of those destroyers. Because if they rush me from like both sides of that island, I'm screwed. But I'm not sure really here what to do. I am considering just backing up and bailing. I'm also considering going around the island to my right and then playing the long game, which there is an argument for to be made. But I really want to get 80,000 damage, so I do something that's pretty reckless here. But yeah, hey, you never know, maybe it'll turn out to be good. I don't launch my fighters here, as the Italian battleship on the other side will just shoot them down. Luckily, he didn't set any fire. He did 8k though, that's quite a lot. But I see that the Italian battleship is pretty much broadside on, and he didn't even he hasn't have his gun aimed towards me, so I decided to just go for it. This is pretty reckless, to be honest, not knowing where the destroyer is, but hey, I have to take this shot, and boom! Destroyed double citadel. That was excellent. And this is where I realized my mistake, though. Now I'm caught out in the open. I don't know where the 2 enemy destroyers are. One of them is obviously in that smoke. Or it might even be the cruiser, to be honest. I have no... Wow, this was even more reckless than I thought when I just played this game. I have no idea where those two destroyers are. Because the cruiser is probably in the smoke. And the 2 destroyers can be anywhere. I decide then to turn pretty hard to the left and just eat these torpedoes. I don't want to push further in. I get hit pretty hard though. And use my repair. Oh, and those are some torps. That's either the Kagura or the Set 43 probably. Knowing that he's in front of me, I decide to push back towards my team. And as you can see, we're doing pretty bad now. I honestly thought that we were gonna lose this at this point. Because, I mean, the 2 destroyers can probably take me down. And now I have a double fire going. The carrier is on its way. We just lost the Fenyang. We just lost our submarine. So we're down here. Here's the Devonshire though. Luckily we get him, we Dev strike him. That's excellent. But I am definitely taking a beating here and I need to get the hell out of here. Double fire going. I finally decide to repair it. Notice the splash in front of me, so the submarine is also in front of me. And I suspect at least 1 destroyer is. And I didn't notice it there, but you could actually see the AA fire from one of the destroyers. Icarus all the way down at the bottom. That's not the one I'm worrying about though. And again, at this point I'm wondering what to do. Suddenly the destroyer appears to my left. He's got full health though, the Kagura. And the submarine is there. I whip out my submarine planes. Kansas get a pretty decent hit at him. I have HE loaded and I fire at the Kagura. Hopefully I will get him. Nope, not quite. The secondaries on this ship is actually fairly decent though. You shouldn't count on them obviously, but they actually hit pretty hard. You really shouldn't spec into secondaries obviously, but they're actually doing a little bit of work here. And I really hope they can get them. They almost do actually. More torpedoes from the submarine. The Ashitaka manages to snipe the Kagura though, and we dodge his torpedoes. It's really all about reading these torpedoes. But luckily, since the Kagura is dead, the submarine is almost dead, we might be turning this back around. However, the Ashitaka is really low on health, the Kansas is really low on health, I'm getting pretty low on health. Luckily, those torpedoes do no damage. Hitting at the perfect angle. And here, I'm wondering what the hell is the carrier doing? The enemy carrier. He's pushing towards the middle for whatever reason. This, are they just giving us a free win now? They were obviously in the points lead. They had the ship lead. Is this a Game of Thrones I'm looking at right here? I'm starting to think. Like, what are they doing? It's by no means over though. Our 2 remaining battleships can definitely be sunk pretty fast. Suddenly the submarine appears in front of me. He goes up and I have my guns ready. And I hit him. I don't kill him, but I hit him. But my secondaries finish him off and we actually get a close quarters combat. Confederate and a devastating strike. There's the Hornet. I have no idea why he decided to push in. I guess he was afraid of the cruiser there, but if I were him, I would go towards A instead. Not towards the 3 big enemy battleships, but, you know, it's carrier players. What are you gonna do about them? Obviously, we need to take this opportunity and kill the enemies before they kill our battleships. I'm not gonna let this go to waste, so I push on. I managed to get carrier, and there's the Kraken Unleashed and the High Caliber Award. So this turned around pretty quick, and then the Set 23 gets desperate. He realizes his team just threw the game, so now he smokes and starts firing. And since I'm still spotted, I don't think about it at the time. But there is another destroyer there. It's good reason to think there's another destroyer there at least. I reload to my HE, I hit him pretty good. And yep, there's the Icarus as well. Just missed the Icarus though. Secondary is actually doing quite a bit of work. They are pretty low health, so we can get this, we can do this. I decide to push on. There's no reason to bailing right now. We need to just push on, destroy these destroyers, not let them win our points, not let them destroy our battleships that are weak. And that's our 6th kill of the game. And this is what I was talking about early on. If you want to push in this ship, you absolutely can. But you need to pick the right moment to do so. Now just the Icarus is remaining. This is pretty much a GD. It would be fun to kill this guy as well. I sadly whiff these shots. He just slows down in time and he decides to smoke. Here I decide the game is pretty much done. I mean, the carrier could get him, the battleships could get him, the cruiser could get him. So here I just lean in and I don't care too much about his torpedoes because I get unspotted. In hindsight, I should have probably straightened up my ship. I could even fire blind here, and I probably should have, to be honest. But I decide that if he wants to do any more damage to me, he has to come out and spot me. So I don't do anything, and I keep my pace. I here decide not to dodge the torpedo. I believe I can eat this, and I do, but it's half my health. I really should have just blind fired here. But there he is. I fire. And I miss. Because I suck. I fire again, but there he goes down by the Gukase. Still, even so, 6 kills, almost 8 considering the Kagero and the Icarus. If I just played it a bit differently, maybe I could have gotten those. But still, that was a really good game. 146,000 damage. A quick one for you today. We got a bunch of different medals, and I'm really happy about it. Here's the Confederate Award, Devastating Strike, Close Quarters Expert, Dreadnought, Cracked Unleashed, the High Caliber, 146,000, 21 planes shut down. We also get 5 defended medals, and obviously 6 kills. We end this on 2,873 base XP. Really, really good game. That really turned around. I was sure we were gonna lose this, but honestly, they just threw at the end. They got a bit excited, and what the hell that carrier was doing at the end, I have no idea. Even so, we weren't in their shoes, I guess. And we played this right. We pushed when we needed to. All in all, Lenin, a really good ship. At least a pretty decent ship. And not a ship you see that often, which is pretty fun. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed my once again shitty inside the commentary, and I hope you're enjoying it. And it's really hard for me to do commentary, but I'm practicing and I'm getting back into it. Hopefully, I can start streaming again. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next time. Wow, that's excellent. Well, peace.